When you first started playing Roblox, chances are your avatar was decked out with all the free items Roblox offers. Nothing fancy, just the basics. But as you continued exploring different games and saw other players' avatars, you probably realized just how much you could customize your look. Along the way, you might have come across some rare avatar items that only the wealthiest, most dedicated, or longest-standing Roblox players have. In this video, I'll take you through some of these coveted items. Ones that everyone dreams of owning but most can't, whether because of the price, limited availability, or the fact that they were only available years ago for a short time. Let's kick things off with a well-known item that actually gives you a bit of an advantage in games: the Headless Horseman, or as it's more commonly called, just Headless. This bundle first appeared on Roblox over a decade ago during Halloween 2013 and has made a comeback every Halloween since, making it one of the longest-running seasonal items. But what makes this bundle worth a jaw-dropping 31,000 Robux? Well, it grants you the coveted Headless head, which completely removes your avatar's head. Not only does it look pretty cool, but it can also give you an edge in certain games. In most shooting games, where the goal is to hit the head, your headless avatar could throw off your opponents. Though it's not cheating in major shooters, it can definitely be a game changer in other scenarios. For example, Flamingo, also known as Albert, has made several videos using it to hide in Murder Mystery 2. However, before you rush to drop $300 on this item, there's something you should know. It's a bit of a scam. No, not because of the price, but because you're not actually headless. The head is simply hidden inside your torso, which might feel like a bit of a letdown for those who expected more. Next up is one of the most iconic Roblox faces ever made, originally sold for just 100 Robux, but now worth over 200,000, the super happy face. Released on September 4th, 2016, this face quickly became a fan favorite, especially among popular YouTubers like Creecroft, who wore it for years until he stopped making piggy videos in early 2022. But how did this face go from 100 Robux to 200,000? When it first came out, Roblox set a limited quantity of 50,000 with only 24 hours to buy it, and only around 30,000 people ended up getting one. Usually, scarcity drives up the value, but even among limited items, the super happy face stands out. Despite some older and rarer faces being cheaper, this one's appeal comes down to its design. It's just a really cool looking face. If you, like me, were careful with how you spent your Robux back then, buying a face for 100 Robux might have seemed like an impossible splurge. But for those who did, their investment has certainly paid off. My old blushy happy face, for example, is now worth 6,800 Robux, which is wild considering I bought it for just 500 Robux. Now, let's talk about one of the most iconic Roblox headgear that everyone wants, the Valkyrie. The original Valkyrie helm, released in January 2008 by a user named Clockwork, has a rich history. You might recognize the name Clockwork not just as the creator of the Valkyrie series, but also as the mind behind the famous Clockwork shades and Clockwork headphones. However, the Valkyrie's origins go even further back to a completely different game series called Valkyrie Profile, where the design was inspired. The original Valkyrie helm could be bought with Tix, an old Roblox currency that was free, making it relatively affordable at 30,000 Tix, which translates to around 1,500 Robux. Despite this, the helm isn't as rare or expensive as you might think, because it was available for so long that around 10,000 players managed to grab one. Still, it's a piece of Roblox history. Moving on, let's revisit a popular event from 2021, Metaverse Champions, where you could earn the Valkyrie of the Metaverse. This Valkyrie was a free prize from the event, which was meant to replace the beloved egg hunts, but ended up being a bit of a flop. The event had 4 teams, each with a different avatar, and the competition was unevenly balanced, with one team winning easily because their games were so simple. Despite the event's shortcomings, completing it earned you the Valkyrie of the Metaverse, which was rumored to be a pink Valkyrie due to the winning team's colors. While the Valkyries are iconic, they're not as rare as many believe. You can even buy a summer Valkyrie anytime for 25,000 Robux, though you'd have to be pretty desperate to get that one. Let's go back to faces now, with one of the most recognizable Roblox faces ever, the Epic Face. Released in December 2010, this face is based on the old Awesome Face meme, which explains its popularity. What's cool is that this face was actually available for free if you connected your Facebook account to Roblox, or you could buy it for just 45 Robux. The epic face is famously worn by Roblox tutorial YouTuber Connor3D and is even more iconic thanks to Roblox employee Headless, who has a unique epic face icon in the player leaderboard. Although this face never became limited, another similar face, the Roblox Madness face, is worth 70,000 Robux. With only around 12,000 players ever getting the epic face, and even fewer still active today, this face would be extremely valuable if it ever went limited. If you thought buying Headless for just the head was silly, you're really going to raise an eyebrow at the Corblocks Death Speaker. Released just 2 months after the Headless Horseman in December 2013, this bundle has become one of the most favored Robux items, with over 2.3 million favorites. But why do people buy it? For the right leg, which is half the size of a normal Roblox leg.
Ooh, that's kind of small.
If you're a rich Roblox player, I can somewhat understand buying the Headless Horseman for its in-game advantages, but the Corblocks Death Speaker doesn't offer any real benefits in gameplay. There are cheaper ways to make your avatar shorter, and the number of cool avatars you can create with this bundle is pretty limited. The only thing you might gain from it is some teasing from other players. Now, let's talk about an accessory you might not even know exists but is super interesting and highly desired by players of a specific Roblox game. This banana shoulder accessory. Originally sold for 690 Robux with a stock of just 99, it's now worth 300,000 Robux. But why the high price? It was created by Preston, the developer behind the Pet Simulator series, and owning it gives you an exclusive pet in Pet Simulator X, a Titanic banana. This pet isn't tradable, so the only way to get it is by owning the actual banana accessory. Preston certainly knows how to market his items, and even though the original price was low, the resale value has skyrocketed, earning him a nice profit each time it changes hands. Lastly, let's look at one of the most beloved and iconic Roblox hat series, the Dominus. This series has been a status symbol in the Roblox community for years, with some variations worth more than others. The Dominus Imperius, for example, now costs a minimum of 540 million Robux. It was the first Dominus ever made, released on January 24, 2010, and famously worn by Stickmaster Luke, the creator of Natural Disaster Survival. But the rarest Dominus of all is the Dominus Finari, awarded to the first player to complete the Ready Player One event. Only one of these exists, making it the ultimate collector's item. Even the least rare and cheapest Dominus, the Dominus Formosus, is still worth over 100,000 Robux. While Dominus items aren't as big as they used to be, thanks to UGC items and Roblox not releasing new ones, they still hold a special place in the community. In conclusion, while these items might seem unattainable for most, they represent a piece of Roblox history and a unique status symbol for those who own them. If you've ever dreamed of owning a Dominus or a Valkyrie, you're not alone, but for now, most of us will just have to admire them from afar.